So it is Friday. I hope everybody is enjoying their weekend. I did want to put a video out before now, but I have been extremely busy. I've already stated in my last videos some of the things that I got going on, but I did want to address a few things. But as you can see in my thumbnail, I'm going to be talking about something else, but I am going to address a few things that happened, or I mean, they're kind of petty when you think about it, but I'm going to address them anyways. And I still haven't put out my concrete pumpkin video. I want to do that this weekend. I really do. I am a procrastinator. I am. And shoot, it might be Christmas before I get to it. No, I'll try to get it done this weekend, seriously. But the things and I'm going to try to make this really quick. Well, I can't say really quick because sometimes when I say that with the videos, they go on and on. But I am going to try to make this video shorter than normal. Because I have some things that I really got to get to tonight and finish up tonight. But two of the things that I'm going to cover really quick before I move on to what I want to talk about and what's in my thumbnail and my title is parenting, okay? But what I wanted to cover was, first off, Gold Star Mom. And then I'm just going to move on. But I am going to address her because a few days back, or it might have even been longer than that, on a community post, she did put something up about this. I guess it's a sub named Sammy. I have seen this person around. And this person, I guess, made some comments in my comment section on my channel as well. And she put this community, or on her community post, and where the Sammy person is making some comments about her son. And I have to say, they're disgusting comments. They absolutely are. And it looks like the Sammy person also did this on Granny's channel. And I don't know who the Sammy person is. I have no clue. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because she did a screenshot of a comment that this Sammy person did under, like I said, on my channel, okay? And she said that this is a comment she did like back in August. And she was talking about, this Sammy person, how in Granny's chat, Granny allows this to be, left up or whatever. And then she puts a screenshot of this Sammy person, and, my name is there. And because I'm talking to, commenting to Gold Star Mom, because I did not know that we had an issue. I had no clue that Gold Star Mom or I had an issue at all until Lycan's live that he did. That's when I found out that Gold Star Mom doesn't support me. She doesn't like me. She didn't say in the words that she doesn't like me. She said she used to like me. She used to support me. She doesn't anymore. I don't think she's a sub anymore. I don't know. I've said before that I still only use my phone. I still haven't used my laptop for my channel at all. So I don't even know how to go in there and look at all your subs on who they are. On my phone, it only shows me a few of my subs. I'm sure there's a way to go in there and you can see who all your subs are. So I'm sorry. Everybody knows I'm not tech savvy at all. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. It is what it is, right? Oh, by the way, as you can see, I'm doing a little Halloween thing here, right? It's just my TV. It's just another little download. It's like you'll see me do we're going to switch little scenes here. There you go. Anyways, but the reason why I'm mentioning this is because the way that she has it on there, it looks like I would condone somebody making a comment like this on my channel, and I absolutely don't condone that. And if I would have seen it, I would have deleted it. I absolutely don't condone that. So I went over there when I seen that, when I seen that community post. I went over there and I wrote, where was this at? Now, she said it was back in August. Okay, so why didn't you tell me about this? Why didn't you say this, Gold Star Mom? Why didn't you say, this Sammy person wrote something about my child. Could you please delete it? Because you know for a fact that I only do pre-recorded videos, right? You know for a fact that I have no mods to take care of anything for me. You know for a fact, because you've watched my videos, that I have stated over and over, and I've even, not only saying it, but I even wrote that I try to respond back to everybody right after I do my videos, and if I release them at night, and it's late at night because I got to upload it to my gallery, then upload it to YouTube. That can take a while. I'll respond the next day, and I try to respond to everybody. Or it might be because, sometimes people don't watch until, the next day. After, right after the video, the next day, after 2 days, no more than 2 days, I don't go look at the comments anymore. Because I do, I've put out quite a few videos. A lot of cooking. Well, I can't say a whole lot of cooking, but I have put out quite a few videos. So I don't go back and look after a few days. I don't. I don't have the time for it. I would be there all the time trying to respond to comments. So after 2 days, I just don't look anymore. And, maybe I should if I had mods or, if I was live, did live videos or whatever, that would be a different story. But I do pre-recorded. And I've already stated I don't do that. So if you would have came to me and said, or, all the times, because you've made many comments, just recently, and said, hey, this person made this horrible comment about my child, I would have deleted that in a heartbeat, and you know it. But you just said, you were just cool. We were just cool. Like a couple of days before Lycan went live, and you even said you still supported me. Even when I did the video where in my opinion, I did not think that Granny was disrespecting you or the military by what she said. I thought that she was just tit for tat and wasn't disrespecting the title of Gold Star Mom. That was just my opinion. But I also said that doesn't take away from what you were feeling, okay? Nobody can take that away from you on your feelings. If you took it the wrong way, or if you took it a certain way, nobody can tell you that you should feel any different, right? So that was just my opinion. And you made a comment, and we were making comments back and forth, and you said we were good. And then I believe, and that was it. And you never told me about that comment that was left back in August. And I did another video, and it had nothing to do with you or the situation. I believe it had to do with, I don't even know anymore. I think it had to do with, I don't even know. I didn't even look. But I did make a community post about the men in this drama circle, because I do talk about a lot of women. All right. I talk about them all the time. So I was calling out the men with no names, just calling out some of the things that the men in this drama circle say. And Lycan did a live. I caught the replay, and he read my community post, and he was saying, basically that I was sexist, I'm sorry, and called me a bitch. Yeah. And said, well, what about all these women? And that's when you said, Gold Star Mom, that you used to support me. But like I said, I went over there to make that I made a comment on your community post on where was this comment at, so I can go delete it, because that's disgusting. And I wasn't getting any response back from anybody, and that's when I realized you blocked me, which is fine. The only thing that I can gather is because I am calling out your friend, because I'm not okay with someone that is, I don't know, wishing death on somebody else, or someone that is, I don't know, telling someone how to unlive themselves and actually doing the motions, or making fun of SA victims, or making fun of mental health. And I was talking about another male in this drama circle that was making fun of people that were that lost loved ones. Okay. So what's so horrible about that? I called out some females that showed pictures, right? I've already done that. All right. And, another female that wished harm on another creator's daughter who's pregnant. I call it out all the way around. But see, I called out your new friend before on some of the things he did, and you were fine with it. You're fine with it. Absolutely fine. But now that, I don't know, now that you're in the community, it's not okay to call it out. I don't know. In my opinion, and this is just in my opinion, some people, and this just floors me. This behavior floors me. They say, until they have a falling out with somebody, their morals, I don't know, suddenly change overnight. I've said that before. They will say, there is no way this person will ever be in my circle. I cannot. What they have said and what they do and what they continue to say is something that I will never stand for, ever. And Gold Star Mom, you've made comments, not too long ago, that we were soul sisters and we would think alike. I mean, I see I see the comments that you would make. It just floors me. Um, but then, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, all those things that we stood against, we were totally against, just out of the blue, we're fine with it. Oh, my fishies changed to fishies. That's not what I wanted to see. I mean, we can look at fishies. We'll look at them for just a little bit. So that's that's another behavior that I've always just been baffled by. Your morals just change when you have a falling out with somebody, or when you want to grow a channel. If you don't think that, and this is just my opinion too, I could be completely wrong, but if you feel like your channel is just not growing the way you want it to grow in a certain community, and you see somebody else that are just getting subs from here or there, and in my opinion, again, just in my opinion, if there's a falling out in Natasha's community or a falling out in Granny's community, and I think those are the two bigger communities. I know that there's other communities, okay? But those are the two, in my opinion, the two major communities. And then either you like Natasha's community or you like Granny's community, and then you have a lot of neutral people. But if there's a falling out in Natasha's community or a falling out in Granny's community, most of them go to Lycan. Very few from Natasha's will go over to Granny's. Very few from Granny's to Natasha. You do get some, but they all flock over to Lycan. Okay? That's what I've been seeing. And Lycan is the one that everybody has said that, no, I don't stand, there's no way, because, he does say the N-word. Not so much in this community anymore, but we know that, he says it's only words. This is something that he freely says is okay. Or the R word, it's just joking around. And that everybody's triggered Karens. And his old community, it was, they accepted it. And, it's okay to say, I wish death on you, or I wish you would die, or whatever. So most of the people in this community, right, that were in Natasha's or Granny's, they're like, we don't condone that, and we would never, ever have him in our circle or making fun of people with mental health. Because a lot of people have said that they have these, mental health issues, or, their children might be suffering. But yet, when there's a falling out, that's where they go. And all of a sudden, they're okay with it. Or they might say, well, we don't like everything he says, but he's a friend. He's a friend of mine. He hasn't done anything to me. Well, if you are okay with all of that, you're okay with it, then you support it. I'm sorry, you do. You do. So, anyways, what I wanted to say about that community post that Gold Star Mom made, it looks like that I am one of the creators. Oops, didn't know it was going to do that either. I am one of the creators that would condone that. So I'm offended, okay? If people want to twist things out here in the drama circle, that's what she made it look like to her community. That I would allow this on my channel. That's what it absolutely looked like. because my name was up there, Stargazer, and this comment from this Sammy about her child that she knows I would absolutely not allow and, not take down, but yet she didn't say anything to me, knowing that how I do things here, and knowing that I don't go back after a couple of days. So, and again, knowing she didn't tell me about it. So it absolutely looks like I'm one of those that would just allow this without correcting anything. No. So yeah, I can take it that way. Absolutely. I could take it the way she presented it, that I am a creator that just allows this person to do that. Now, I don't know if this person is a sub to me because, like I said, I use my phone and I don't know how to go look and see on my phone. I can only see a few people. I don't know. This person has made, and people can make comments and not be a sub. I've had a lot of people, there's a lot of people that make comments. I don't know if they're subs or not. Like I said, I don't know how to do that, how to check it on my phone to see who is actually a sub and who isn't, unless, some people you just know are a sub to you, okay? Because if they say it and they're on there a lot, you just know. But when I went and checked on how many, you can push on somebody's thing and it says how many comments they've made on your channel. The Sammy person has made 12 comments on my entire channel, okay? But I can only see 4 of them on my phone. I don't know how to go see all of them. Like I said, I'm tech stupid. So I can only see 4 that they have made. And it doesn't go back and show that one, okay? So I literally had to go back. I took a friend to the hospital on Thursday. They had a heart cath done. So while I was waiting for that, because there's a recovery time afterwards to make sure that they don't have any bleeding after the test. Well, it wasn't a test, it was a procedure, excuse me. But, well, I guess it is kind of a test too, because they need to check for blockage. But I went and looked, and I was looking the night before too, because I took the day off work the day before, because I had to take him around. He had to have some tests done, and then he had to have, the day of on Thursday. So I took Wednesday and Thursday off. And he had to have tests before that anyways. I'm getting off track here. But he had to have another test done on the day before and the day, I'm sorry. He had to have tests done prior to that, but then they had one more test that they had to do the day before, and then the day of, I took the day off. So I went back, since I didn't get a response. I didn't know at the time that I was blocked until I went over there again, and there was a comment made, and it said, it's Gold Star Mom made a comment back, and I couldn't see her comment, and that's how I knew I was blocked, okay? So I went back, and I had to go back and look for this comment. It was 2 months ago. 2 months ago. And I found the comment and I deleted it. And she made a comment back to this person, okay, to the Sammy person. And the comment she made back to the Sammy person was that she listened to a video. I guess the Sammy person had a video. And she said by listening to the video, the Sammy person only has like a few subscribers. And there wasn't no video. They must have deleted the video. But she said, Gold Star Mom said to the Sammy person, by listening to your video, I can tell that you're disabled. Now, I'm not saying this word for word. I can tell that you are mentally, disabled. So, or I don't know what she meant by that because the video's not up. So I'm just taking her at her word for it that this Sammy might be mentally challenged or might have a disability. And she said, so I'm not going to go hard at you. And I seen the comment you made about a death certificate on my child. Okay. This is disgusting that this Sammy person is putting this out there or doing this. I already stated that. This is disgusting. You don't do this to someone who lost a child. You don't. And Gold Star Mom knows this about me. And so does everybody else that has listened to me. Okay? That I don't go for this. And she said, this is why I'm not going hard after you. All right? But the reason why I'm bringing this up and the reason why I'm saying this, well, let me say one other thing. The Sammy person also made another comment, the one that I could see, when you click on the name and it says they made all these comments. When I was doing the video, when I was talking about HPV, and the Sammy person must not really, I don't know, didn't like the video I did or doesn't like me. I don't know. Because they said it was a she, because she said I'm a country gal. Or no, not a country gal. I'm a Christian gal or something like that. But she said, I'm not trying to be rude, but you have HPV, talking about me. And there is no cure for it. And again, I'm not saying this word for word. And then she's like, there's no cure for a Portland virus. I don't even know what she was talking about there. I guess Mrs. Portland. I don't know. But I will pray for you. Okay? So she was insinuating that I have HPV. Even though I know this is TMI, I have already stated that all my paps were always, I was lucky and mine were normal. I haven't had to worry about that. Thank God. All right? But she was just, I don't know, said that I had it and she'll pray for me. Thank you for praying for me, but I've been a lucky one. All right? So she wasn't too nice to me on that, so I don't know. But the only reason why I'm bringing this up, and yes, I'm spending way too much time on Gold Star Mom here, but yeah, I could be very offended because you made it look like that I am one to allow disgusting comments about your child. And that's false. I didn't see that comment. Because, for one, it was 2 months ago, okay? And I do pre-recorded videos, like I said, and I don't go back and look after a few days, and you know that. And I am sorry. I thought we were absolutely cool. The comments are still up unless you go and delete them now. You said that we were cool. You still supported me and everything until I made that community post about some of the men in our community. Like I said, I'm sorry that I'm not okay with people being vile, okay? I'm sorry I'm not okay with it. I'm sorry I have morals, and I have them all the way around because I've called out other people, females, all right? And then we're going to jump into Lycan real quick. I'm sorry, I have called them out, and you know that, Gold Star Mom. You know I've called them out. Called him out about the journal, giving the journal to people. And then we go back to the fishies. This is weird. I didn't think it would do this. Let's check out this guy for a little bit. But I've called it out. You absolutely know that. But in my opinion, you have a falling out with somebody. And like I said, some people want to grow channels. And, you think that, you get enough from one and it's just not working out. And this is, again, just my opinion. Um, Even if somebody goes against your standards or morals, if you're going to, get more subs and clicks and views, why not? Right? Why not? Um, and that's fine if that's the way you want to do. And I'm not saying Gold Star Mom. I'm seeing this with some people. That's all. I'm going to leave it at that. Some people say that, they're against bullying. They're against these words, okay? Bashing mental health. They're against this and that. And they would never have certain people in their circle because they would never stand for this. But yeah, I don't think I need to say anymore. And as for Lycan, like I said, he read out my comment, um, or my community post in his little childish, you know, voice, which is fine. I mean, that's what he does on his channel. He does his little kid voice or whatever. That's fine. I don't care. He called me a bitch. Don't care. He can call me a bitch all he wants. And he said that I was butthurt and whining. Lycan, it's in my about section that I talk about behaviors, that I'm interested in behaviors on social media. Um, I'm not butthurt over shit. Okay? Uh, that's what I do besides my cheesy videos, and sometimes cooking, sometimes some crafts, or going camping, getting some fresh air. I will put that up too, you know, fishing. I do fishing and boating and I do go camping and stuff like that. And I put some of those videos up. Hiking, done that too. Um, I'll put some of that up too. But um, I'm not butthurt over shit. So, and I'm not whining over shit. If I see something, gross, I'll put it up. But I've done that about other people too, and most of them are females. Like I said, it was time to talk about some of the gross crap that the men do. And I've already said before that I've stood up for your ass. I have, when I thought you were done wrong. You don't watch my videos, so you wouldn't know that, and that's fine because I'm not somebody that you would listen to because, I'm boring. I get it. I don't scream and cuss. I haven't went live yet. We'll get to that in a minute. But, if you don't watch somebody, you wouldn't know this, but I have stood up for you. When I thought you were done wrong, I've called out people that you think that I wouldn't have called out because I can do it all the way around. Because I don't need brownie points. I don't get paid anything. I could have monetized over a month ago if I wanted to. I just, it's on the back of burner. I got a lot going on. I know a lot of other people do too. But I do work outside of the home. I've said that multiple times, and I do have, family, and I do have real friends I go out and do things with, and I do things outside of YouTube. I do my own yard work. I mean, it'd be nice to live in a condo, where people do it for me. I might be a little jealous there, Lycan. Because I'm kind of old and I get out there and cut my own grass and do weed eating and, all that shit. But, I mean, I could hire somebody, but I would rather use that money and go shopping. But I stick up for men because I have a lot of male friends and a lot of them got screwed over. And, I've said that in one of my videos too. But again, you don't watch them, so that's fine. But I talk about how men get screwed over. And especially, when they get divorced, they get screwed over, uh, especially, with kids, child support and maybe a bitter ex that doesn't want to allow them, to see their kids. And I also talked about how men they can get, physically abused. And a lot of times they're embarrassed or they were raised not to hit a woman. So they just allow it and they don't say anything. And a lot of times they don't think that the authorities will believe them, right? So, yeah, I talk about that, but, you wouldn't know that. So, I'm not butthurt, all right? And the last thing that I'm going to say about Lycan, and then I'm going to move on to parenting because I really want to keep this short, very short, is, you know, and Robbie says it too, and I really don't have any harsh words to say about Robbie, but they always say, panel up, panel up. I am going to go live. It's on the back burner right now. Um, I wanted to go live before now, but I've already said before, I'll do it on my own time because once again, I do work outside of the home. All right. You will notice that I don't have any PayPals or any of that crap on my channel. And nothing against anybody that does, because most people do. There's nothing wrong with it. I just have not done any of that. All right. So I have not had, just haven't done it yet. And I've said before, I'm tech stupid. Like, and I think you were in Gold Star Moms. I remember this because she asked me about jumping up the first time that I went in there, when she first got her channel, about jumping up on panel. And I said I didn't even know how to do that yet, which I don't. Yeah, I know that makes me kind of dumb, right? Even though I went to college, yeah, it makes me kind of stupid. But, well, there's just some things that, when it comes to computers and stuff, yeah, I'm kind of stupid on that, but I know how to do other things that you wouldn't know how to do. See, we're all unique in that way. What I do for a living, there's no way in hell you could do. But there's things that you could do, like with the computer and stuff like that, I couldn't do. That's why we're unique. But when I do panel up, okay, because see, you guys are all so obsessed with looks and bashing, got to make fun of those looks and stuff, really go hard on it. 1 second, doggies are barking. Gotta love the babies. Had to zip them up. Oh, don't clip that. I don't want to get in trouble for like animal abuse or anything. I gave them a little treat, okay? But when you go at me when I go live, okay? Because I'll go on panel, I'll debate. Absolutely. I'll go on panel with you. On your turf too, because like I said before, I won't pay attention to any chat because I don't care. So I'll go there and no, like I said before, I won't jump down. You'll have to boot me. You have to boot my ass, okay? Unless, it gets really late or something because I'm old, so, and if I have to go to work or something like that the next morning and it gets, I'm not going to sit there and argue with you or anything like that because, I'm too old for that. Dang fish again. We're just going to leave it on the fish for a while. I really like the Halloween stuff, but it just keeps changing and then I got to put it on pause. Anyways, we'll leave it on the fish for a while. But the only thing that I ask when, you guys go and do your bashing and, making fun, of my looks because that's what y'all like to do. Because you scream, panel up, show who you are. Show who you are. Why won't you panel up, you know? You got to remember, I'm 52. I'm a grandma, okay? And no, I won't cry and whine, you know, that I'm old, leave me alone, you know, have respect for your elders, and, you know, none of that horse shit. I'm not going to cry or whine because you ain't going to hurt my fifis, okay, as you guys want to say. You're not going to hurt my feelings. So, you know, you can bash all you want and make fun of all you want because I've said before, I've earned every damn wrinkle I have, okay, because I've had to deal with jackasses. Uh, my ex-husband was the biggest, God rest his soul, but he was the biggest jackass than every one of the men here on YouTube put together, okay? More abusive when it comes to bashing than all of the men put together, again, on YouTube. So I can take it, so you can bring it. But like I said, just have a little consideration because I had to put up with that for 15 years being married to him. And then the rest of, you know, the rest of the years after just dealing with it. All right. So that puts some wrinkles on. So, you know, you can give a little consideration when you go after my looks. Now, I don't have any gray hair. I'm really shocked. I should have lots of them. But I do have long blonde hair, but it's not natural. So I know you'll go after that. I dye it, okay? Used to be brown. So I know you'll go after that. So, you know, have at it. Have at it, you know. If you see some, like, my roots need to be dyed again or something like that, I'm sure you'll let me know. And then I'll have to go, you know, go get it done. I'm sure you'll let me know all about it. You know, I'm sure you'll let me know if I need to do my eyebrows, right? You know, I don't know if I got a big forehead or not. There's some wrinkles in there though. And yes, I got crow's feet too. Because when you get older, right? You're going to get them. You're going to get them. We all get wrinkles when we get older. Well, not all. I've seen some women. I have. That are in their 50s and 60s. I don't know what they've used, but they don't have any wrinkles. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't. But most of us, even men, your looks are gonna go, baby. Gonna go, and you're gonna get wrinkles. And I don't care if you think you got 6-pack or an 8-pack now. You're gonna lose it, and you're gonna sag. Everything's going to go south, okay? It's going to go south, and not just for the winter. It's going to stay. So, looks going to go, guys. Going to go. So just think about some of the things when you go after looks, okay? I'll never go after your looks. Ever, ever, ever. And you can call me a bitch till the cows come home. I'll never stoop to the level and call you a prick or anything like that. Ain't gonna happen. I might be thinking it in my head, but I'm not gonna call you that. So, now, you also gotta realize that I've had 3 kids, dude. 3. I've raised 3 teenagers. Like I said, I should have gray hair, right? And not only that, but I've taken a lot of their friends in and took care of them too. Now, I'm telling you, some of them, wow. They were interesting. My house was always full of teenagers. And some of them had some major issues. But they're great now. And they still call me mom. And you know, my daughter's, she's 34, and my one boy, he's in his late 20s. My other one's in his mid 20s now. Don't have to give all their ages now or anything like that, but all their friends still call me mom, so I did something right, and they're all pretty decent kids. Well, I still call them kids, and they're not kids. But damn, you got to give me some consideration there too. Because, I took on a lot of kids that weren't my own. Made sure they had clothes and food and in school and stuff like that. And they did great. But damn, they put me through the ringer too. So that put on some years, right? But they're awesome. They're awesome now. A lot of them's got families. Some chose not to. Got careers. Some took different paths. I mean, not bad paths, but, some started their own business. Some went to college. Some chose not to. So you got to give me a break on that. That put on some years too. And I've also worked since I was 16 years old and still working. So you got to give me a break there too, dude. Okay? Got to give me a break. Because that puts on some years. So not only raising, these kids, working non-stop. Non-freaking stop. I mean, with my last two boys, those were my last. I worked up until the day I had them. They were all C-sections, okay? Up until the day I had them. And then I went back to work with both my boys 3 weeks. 3 weeks after having them. Because I had to. Because of the ex. All right? Not going to get into all that now. But just saying. I didn't get that pleasure of spending more time with my newborns. Now, with my daughter, I got the 6 weeks off. But I think it was a week before I had her that I took off. So I got a little more time with her. But come on, that's a lot of years just to be working straight, nonstop. So when you go at me for my looks and body shaming and stuff like that, come on, bro. You got to give me a little bit of a break. Little bit. Just a little bit, okay? Little bit. Had a rough life. Just saying. Just saying. I'm not going to boo-hoo. Not going to need to go get any cream or anything like that for having a chapped ass. But I might give you a lot of bless your hearts, okay? So, we're going to move on from liking. We're going to get into parenting now. Just wanted to put that out there, all right? I will debate you, liking, all right? You can't be all that bad. So, moving past you, we're going to talk about some parenting here. Because I was listening a little bit about parenting. And I might run out of memory on my phone here. And if I do, I might have to do this in two sections. Because I have a lot of pictures uploaded on my phone. And when I mean a lot. So if I run out of memory here, and this video ends because I spent too much talking about Gold Star Mom and liking, then it will end abruptly, and I do apologize. But then I will upload this to YouTube, and I'll do a part 2. It'll just say part 1 and part 2. So if it ends abruptly, I do apologize, but I will immediately do a part 2. Okay? And I'll release them back to back. So just putting that out there. Because it looks like I might only have about 15 minutes to talk about parenting because I spent way too much time on that. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to release this as, I'm going to release this one as the Gold Star Mom and discussing Lycan, just to address those because I really wanted to talk about parenting. I'm going to do 2 videos because my memory on this phone, because I'm going to have to get the laptop out I'm going to have to not be lazy, and I'm going to have to get that laptop out. And I'm going to rename this. So it is not going to be named parenting. This is going to be named addressing Gold Star Mom and Lycan. Okay. Because I thought it was important. Then I'm going to do another video because I only got about 15 minutes left on my memory. Like I said, I have a ton of pictures for my inventory. I am going to hopefully Monday is my goal, is I am going to be opening or starting to upload to eBay on Monday. I am going to have a teenager in my house for fall break. So not my child, but I'm going to have a teenager in my house. So I've said before that, I try not to do any videos with anybody, even if I'm not talking about drama. Now, if it's cooking, I don't mind that. But I try to show respect to anybody that's in my house and not do any, videos or anything like that. They don't want to hear any of this nonsense. Cooking, no biggie, or like a craft or anything like that. But if I'm addressing anything, even if it's not really major drama, I don't want to do that. But like I said, I'm going to be having a teenager in my house tomorrow. Well, I don't know when this video will get out. I'm going to try to upload this tonight and get that out there. But I'm going to address this to Gold Star Mom and to Lycan. And then I'm going to do another video. And I'm going to do them back to back. But like I said, my phone, the memory is full of the pictures that I've taken of inventory. And I still have more to take. And that's another thing. I think Gold Star Mom and I are doing basically the same thing. And I get what she's saying. It is very time consuming. Now, granted, I'm not doing it for a living. I'm doing it just as a side thing. And it is very time consuming. I think we might be doing kind of a different avenue. Mine's going to be like on eBay because I watched one of her videos because I was a sub to her. Yes, I did unsub from her because she blocked me. I'm not going to... Why would you be a sub to somebody if you're blocked, right? But I think because she said the one video, she was at a thrift store, and I think she said she just does it on Marketplace. I'm not sure. Facebook Marketplace. But it is very time consuming. Especially when you're going out to like the vintage sales. That's the fun part. Finding the stuff is the fun part. But then when you have to, and I've already said before, I'm not tech savvy. So when you have to get the pictures down and you got to get this shipping down to a T, and that's been the hardest for me is the shipping. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm doing this from scratch. And then you have to get what is really selling. That is, what is the name brand and what are the different things, and name brand, what I'm talking about is not just clothes, but like the different glassware and different vintage items and this and that, or, different toys and stuff like that. You got to get that down so you're not buying a bunch of, stuff that just is going to sit there and not sell. But I'm doing it more of a side thing and a hobby because, a lot of you already seen what I already had here with the purses and the wall decals and the jewelry. And those things are kind of, sitting on the back burner, and I just don't have all the space. So yeah, it is very time consuming. And I seen, a lot of people were giving her grief because she had a fund up to pay her bills for the month of September because she's been on, on her channel and she didn't have the funds or whatever to pay her bills. Like I said, it is very, it's very time consuming, taking those pictures and editing them. And I don't even have my pictures really edited, and I'm just putting them out the way they are. Because it is very, like I said, time consuming. And especially if that's what she does for a living, got to spend a lot of time doing it and not worry about a lot of the drama going on. But, what she does on her channel is what she does. But yeah, I was going to address her, and I was going to address Lycan, and I did spend way too much time talking about that. So I am changing the name on it. And then the next video will address parenting, because I really want to go over that. What makes a good parent, or people parent different ways, and what gives some people the right to talk about parenting when they're not a parent. But like I said, I don't have enough memory on my phone right now because I have all those pictures on there. And so I am going to have to upload those to my laptop. So I got to get that sucker out. Got a wonderful new laptop that's just been sitting, and I got to use it anyways. So that's why I'm not going to have a lot of time. And I wasted way too much time on two people that, well, one of them I thought was a very nice person. And here's another thing. And I know I'm repeating myself a lot here. Again, I shouldn't do videos at night or in the morning. The last thing I got to say, I've noticed a change in some people. And that have channels. And some of the changes have been good, have been for the better. That I have to say. Some people that I've noticed, and again, this is just my opinion. This is just somebody on the outside looking in. I have noticed a change in them that is not for the better, okay? Again, is it because they are trying to grow their channel and they are trying to get those clicks, views, and money? There's absolutely nothing wrong with trying to grow your channel and trying to make this a business. But is it worth it in the end to give up everything you stand for? Like I said, I've seen a change in some people for the better. I have. But I've also seen a change in some people that is not just the change that I've seen. It seems like they have lost their way or lost their beliefs, at least from what they've put out, or what they said they stood for, or the way they act. They act totally different now. That's just my opinion. Again, nobody has to agree with me. It's just what I've noticed. So with that, I'm going to go. Like I said, I will have to upload this to YouTube. Then I can delete it from my gallery and do another video. So I'm going to change the thumbnail and make it something different. And then I'll do a different video. So we will just catch you guys again. And I'm going to release them back to back. So I don't know when I will get to that. This is Friday. It might not be until tomorrow. But like I said, I have a teenager that's going to be in the house. So it won't be around him. And we're going to be doing some fun things too. So, it'll be around that too. So I'm not sure. It'll be sometime this weekend. So we will just talk to you guys again.